It's me, Quasar Abbott. Welcome to another episode. As of 4.3.2, Salvage is undergoing possibly one of the biggest changes since it was introduced. The current aUEC notes have stated the changes that are intended to come in patch 4.3.2. The changes are the first steps in preparation for the future of the crafting mechanic. Now, for the moment, the main changes affect the construction materials side of things, while the RMC remains the same. Rather than it simply being a case of breaking the ship and it becoming construction materials, which you can sell directly, is now going to be a case that once you break a ship, it's now going to become raw materials, which you can then have to take to a refinery to turn into construction materials, which you can then sell. When you break down a ship, what you're going to get in the hold are three types of materials. Now, these are listed on the patch notes as powder, scraps and chunks. The names may change, but this is the general gist of it. Powder is the highest density, but the lowest yield, and has the fastest refinery times. Scraps are medium density, medium yield, and the processing times follow as such. Chunks are the lowest density and highest yield after refining, and has the longest refining times. The idea, I believe, behind this is to make it more easy to differentiate between smaller and larger salvage ships. According to the changelog, the idea is that solo players in small ships are able to get immediate gratification with being able to sell quickly, whereas people in a reclaimer are going to have to wait longer for it to be processed, but will get a higher monetary return for the end product. Personally, what I think it will look like is if you're in a small salvage vehicle, such as a Vulture, when you break up the ship, you're going to get mostly powder and scraps, and the occasional chunk. Whereas if you're in a reclaimer, it has the ability to carry more, so you would get more weighted towards the chunks and the scraps, forcing you to spend more time refining, but you're then rewarded with more substantial payouts. When you're in a smaller salvage ship, you'll be able to earn money more quickly, but you'll be able to earn more over time in a large ship. It's literally the same thing as saying little and often versus more and less frequent. All materials get turned into construction materials, though I imagine once crafting comes into effect, each chunk or grain of powder will contain various amounts of individual materials, and it'll become more like the current mining mechanic. We have raw materials that get refined. This first step to me is about distinguishing the bigger ships from the smaller ships, as up until now the only variable really was how much you can carry, rather than it being a different process. In terms of economic balance, the idea is that the reclaimer will earn enough profits to support a full crew, but that may take longer for a payout than somebody in a smaller ship who will see their money at the end of a play session. Reclaimer is having a boost in terms of how fast it can break down a ship too, with a 7 times multiplier when you align the ship properly, along with additional yield multipliers for correctly aligned positioning. All in all, I think it's a great and much needed update to the salvage mechanic, though as a reclaimer pilot myself, I can spot a couple potential issues with it, and that's more down to the current models in the game. That's because currently the refining stations do not have any large hangars, so in order to offload the reclaimer, you'd need to take it back to base, offload it, which is a pain in itself as the doors inside the reclaimer are barely able to accommodate large containers, and the backlift is pretty much useless. Personally, I would just get rid of that backlift and make it a hatch to throw things out of the ship without the lift being in the way, but that's besides the point. It's not so much of an issue if your base is in Pyro, as the refinery stations also have extra large hangars, but if you're in Stanton, you'll have to go home, offload and reload it onto a transport ship to take it to a refinery. Ultimately, they may well just add extra large hangars to the refinery decks. We'll have to see. So, what are your thoughts on the new salvage systems coming into the game? Are you excited? Do you dislike the idea? Drop it in the comments. Let me know what you think on the matter. If you want to read the patch notes for yourself, I'll put a link to them in the description. And if you got this far in the video, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. I'm really trying to grow the channel and I can't do it without your help. Feel free to join the Patreon or catch me streaming on most Sundays here on YouTube as well as on Twitch, where you're welcome to come in and join the conversation. Also, I'm now a Game Glass partner, so if you fancy getting yourself 10% off any Game Glass subscription, the link is also in the description. If you don't know what Game Glass is, it's something that turns almost any old phone or tablet you have lying around into a touchpad controller for any games that you play that have keyboard commands. So that's it. Another episode. I hope you enjoyed it. This is me, Crazy Rabbit. See ya.